Forward. God bless you and thank y'all for being here. What I want to do is I had some success, little, but still success is need to be celebrated and acknowledged on TikTok. I did a simple text video where you do a text, add a little music to it, send it out, and I was able to get over 35,000 views on it and over 3,000 comments. Of course, you know, mostly comments on how they think I'm not intelligent, but God forgive them for that. That's all right. So I wanted to bring out a little bit more what I plan on doing, and hopefully you join me, follow me, like, share, that sort of thing. When I put it out, put it out like everything else. You hope for the best, and you don't know. I didn't expect this reaction, but thank God that I got it. Got a little reaction from the people, and the rest is, as they say, is history. Introduce myself again. I am Dr. Dan Mason. I have a PhD in public policy administration with a specialization in criminal justice from Walden University. I have a master's from Barry University. I have two four-year degrees. One is from Vincennes. It is a bachelor in science in homeland security and public safety. And I have a bachelor from, again, Barry University. That don't mean nothing. That just means I've been studying for the last 12 years to learn something. No, I'm not a biologist, but that's not my critique, and it's not the focus. What I will be bringing out from my experience, how to track down facts and information. You do not have to be an airline pilot to know flying upside down may be hazardous to your health. When it's snowing, when it's raining, it might not be the best time to get in a plane, and you're not, instrument qualified. So what I'm saying is, I'm not a biologist, no, I'm a botanist, but I know what a female and a male is. So we're going to go with common sense and basic general scientific approach, which is called the scientific method. I'm not concerned with the biology of it. I'm concerned with the method of examination of the science. So, that being said, let's roll. If I get this thing to move. There we go. Let's tell you what about. All right. I had a single question about origins, and it pulled atheists and Christians into the same conversation, which is always good. People come across as arrogant, they come across as defensive, and that sort of thing, and that's to be expected. Sometimes I can be funny, sometimes I attempt to be funny, and you don't find it funny. But you know what I'm saying? Give a brother a like he tried. You know what I'm saying? If you don't swing at the ball, you're gonna strike out anyway. So those that I hope, yeah, they should be able to see it. the those that on I'm doing a Zoom call while I'm doing this also, so I'm making a video, sort of kind of understand what I'm saying. All right, so those that come at me with different levels, most of them have less education than I have, but they attempt to discredit me by saying I got a theology degree, which I don't, which I'm studying theology. I'm a Christian, but not from a college, not from a formal standpoint. I don't come at you with theology. I come at you with science that most of you have obtained in school, which was indoctrination. And I'm proving that by the very statements that you made. I have a hypothesis that you was badly educated on evolution and abiogenesis. And it is coming to light that I was correct on most points. However, the experiment continued. I put one question out there and I watch it fly. Some of it is like, how dare you ask the question? Shows you that it is an indoctrination to even question the science. Like Fauci said, he is the science. So what I did was I questioned what you thought you knew, but you didn't know, and you didn't know you didn't know. Therefore, I'm here to help you. And your help to me is challenging me. Show me where I'm wrong. Call me all kind of names you want. I don't care. But be nice. So I got this one guy say, Captain, your regard. Captain, your regard. And his statement, bold statement, he said, which was 15 hours ago, evolution is a fact of reality regardless of the validity of abiogenesis. Evolution is a fact. Really. God have mercy on that young man. However, evolution is not a fact. In fact, many other scientists have said it's not a fact. And they are biologists, chemists, and others. So don't look to this little lame doctor of philosophy to challenge your faith in evolution. In the coming months, days, weeks, hours, I will bring forth credible testimony, evidence, contrary to your indoctrination in abiogenesis and evolution, especially evolution being a fact. It is not. Moving along. All right. I posted one text video with a song, no face, no argument. Again, it grossed over 35,000. That's not much for some of y'all. Some of y'all got 100,000 followers. I only have like 6,000 and so. But that is the stepping stone. Like I told one coach that was trying to solicit the money from me the other day about doing things. Why you do this, how you do this. I explained to him, if I don't go out and make something, it's better than nothing. I have failed if I don't even attempt to do something. So I got a little pushback, which is good. And I hope you continue to come and give me pushback. Sometimes I'll be a little lipped, a little smart in the mouth. That's just me. Love you anyway. So one of the responses, I might have to move this over a little bit. It's like Sailing Gerb, somebody said, based on reading some of your previous comments, it seems you are looking for abiogenesis and evolution to be defined as an absolute truth. Through experimentation, you will find that a great deal of current scientific knowledge cannot be deduced as absolute truth. Science is not solely based on experimentation, which you keep referring to as the scientific method. I think that's what they were saying. So I just simply said, I brought forth the scientific method. So that's a deflection in my point of view, in my humble point of view. That was a deflection. You're not addressing the question. I did not. You're assuming that I want an absolute. I just asked you to follow the question. And I'm going to bring up to you, if you stay with me, we'll get to the following question. Because a part of this little experiment, I'm learning from you all how to, and if you ever wrote a dissertation, you ever mastered it, you learn that you throw something out there, and the whole point of it, and I do this for my students and those that I come in contact with at different universities, they throw something out there and then you show them, okay, you might want to reword it this way, or you might want to add this, or you might consider this. So I learned from y'all. Hateful people, some of you, God bless you. But I'm not coming at you as a theist. See, that's what most of y'all mess up, and most of y'all are looking for. I'm coming at you as someone who followed the scientific method that I'm learning as I grow, as I go. The scientific method is my weapon. It is also my tool to get to know you and you to get to know me. Okay. So I answered for those that can see, and I'll post this on TikTok later. It says I simply said, design and run an experiment, create a control test, and then I say, form a hypothesis, make an educated guess that answers your question and can be tested. It's usually written as a if-then statement. If-then statement. Example is if I add fertilizer X, then the plants will grow taller than plants without it. Okay? So if you bother to take the time, you'll see that those in abiogenesis and evolution are skipping parts. They're doing more storytelling than the scientific method requires. I also wrote research what is already known. All right, so they do that to a certain thing. But I want you to understand, they are in a bubble. I'm outside their bubble, and I'm looking in, and I'm saying, hey, you missed a step there, bro. Whether they like it or not, we are going to voice our objection to how they think they are establishing their field of study. All right, research that is already known. Read existing studies, papers, and data from the topic so you don't repeat old work. It's already been done. Don't try to reinvent the shoe. Ask a clear, answerable question. Turn the observation into a specific question that can be tested, like, does fertilizer X make plants grow faster? All right, so that's some of the things that I pushed back at those that were thinking that I wanted an absolute. I wasn't looking for absolute. You're assuming instead of asking the question. This is TikTok. We got all day, bros. Sisters, ask a question. I answer it best I can. How you come at me, sometimes I match the energy. Sometimes I don't. And I try not to. Because some of y'all very flippant, to say the least. All right. The video forced me to rethink everything. Okay. And it should have forced some of you to rethink some of the things that you thought. Maybe you did, maybe you don't. Maybe you are a true believer in evolution. Evolution is your absolute, because it has to be, because you're an atheist. We are here, therefore, biogenesis and evolution is true. That's other statement. All right, this is a statement from, I'm not even trying to pronounce his name. Anyway, he said, I assume it's a he, patriarchal as I am. Evolution and abiogenesis are different subjects. Evolution is proven. Proven, he said. Abiogenesis is not. Again, he's assuming he knows the facts. He's assuming that what he's presenting is absolute. Are you ignorant? You one of them theses, inchy boy. So I moved right along. I answered. I responded, and I do some details. And the way TikTok works is if I'm using my phone or if I'm using the laptop, I got so many words, sometimes 150 characters, whatever. So I have to, post one after another I'm trying to answer your question. But what I'm going to start to do, I'm going to try to follow up with some of you all. And I show you that I make more fuller answers on YouTube videos and also on Substack. Also, I write on Medium, Dan Mason. Can't miss me. All right. What I didn't do, that some of you accuse me of, would I even even bothering get your education. I understand. God bless you. It wasn't God versus science. It was science versus science. So we have a hypothesis and a thesis that I wanted you to take the scientific method, go after it, rub it on it, check it out, see what falls out. But okay, you say, well, this is social media. Yeah, well, that's how I reach people. I'm not trying to educate the professor who's in his bubble. He may or may not respond. I am reaching the people that have gone through the education system, latched on to a view that is unscientific, and let's break it back. You don't have to be a biologist or a scientist, someone with a PhD to understand basic. You can apply this throughout your life. But what you can't do is do a category error. Well, prove your God. Show me where your God. No, that's faith versus science. We're talking science. If you get upset because I question your science, question my science. But with your science, you should be able to address the questions of my scientific inquiry. If you don't, then admit you're going by faith. You're going by your belief in abiogenesis because of your worldview. Your worldview, you're an atheist, or your worldview is there's no God, prove it, whatever. So basically same thing. All right. Another one, this is from Skittles Girl. Abiogenesis is a well-documented phenomenon. It's nothing but a chemical process of proteins, lipids, carbs coming together. There are whole papers to be read about it. If you really wanted to know, you wouldn't be asking a TikTok comment section. I think she thinks she was getting on me about that, huh? However, and furthermore, I would say your abiogenesis is a well-documented phenomenon. It's an assumption based upon a speculation, based upon a bunch of junk. Okay? You had the one over here with Kula Ranga Tuna, whatever his name was. He was saying evolution and abiogenesis are different subjects. Hello. Evolution is proven, abiogenesis is not. Okay. Whole abiogenesis is one hand and evolution in the other. Without the abiogenesis, you don't have the evolution. You got to start with something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You got to start with something to transform something else. And what we're talking about is abiogenesis starting the process, which some of you admit we ain't there yet. And evolution supposedly continuing the process. Mind you, it's a mindless, purposeless process that developed all of this. Now, this house that I'm in, it wasn't mindless. It wasn't purposeless. It was designed. Someone with a little bit of intelligence designed it. Craftsman came in and finished it. Hello? Check out the motors and data that it runs through your DNA information. Even with the adaptation, where does the information come from? How did nature write the code? Nature has become the God of many people. Mother Nature, Father Nature, or whatever. Y'all are pulling on things using mythological references to your fake science. Scientists do it too. They have to use words that connect with the people because they have a philosophy to convey, and they need to connect to the people because that's how they connect to the funding. Follow the money. All right. Then Yar said, disproving abiogenesis doesn't disprove evolution. We have literally lived through examples of evolution. Wrong. However, micro and macro. And they say, oh, only theists use micro and macro. Really? Don't think so. But the Bible addresses it. Science addresses it also. So having adaptation within a species or within a kind is not the same as evolution, a non-thinking, formulating process, creating a body plan, creating the eye, the nose, and saying, I need this. Because it's not thinking, it's just doing it. That is a more leap of faith than any myth, a logical fairy tale that's ever been born. It's a leap of faith that's beyond decent common sense. But I digress. It was about how we decide what counts. That's what I was trying to get at. Okay. I was trying to challenge you, and some took the challenge. I appreciate it. Of what is evolution? Do I know what I think I know, or am I following the crowd? For the most of you, you're following the crowd. You were taught this in school. You was indoctrinated, and you have. There's no God, even though there's inferences of God in science by following the formation of clues, and we'll get into that later. But right now, I just want to go over this milestone that I've passed with the 35,000. To that, some of y'all, that's nothing, and that's true. But for me, it's a milestone. It's a reflection. It's like, hey, thank you, Jesus. I know some of you might hurt your feelings for me saying that, but you'll be all right. All right. It was about how we decide what counts as knowledge. I didn't say God did it. That's what many of you was trying to get at. Many of you was running back to that, trying to invoke God in it so you can tear it down. But I hit you back with the basic scientific method. I kept you on track, whether you wanted to or not, whether you liked it or not. I kept it in your face, because that's the point of the whole exercise. Is not that God did it, but you saying nature did it, and then you throw in a caveat, which is a logical fallacy. Given time, anything is possible, when mathematically it is not, and no one has shown it to be in a laboratory. Miller, Ori, or whatever his name is, and the two. I even brought that out, and maybe I'll go over that later. That'd be another good PowerPoint presentation or such, showing that, hey, all those so-called experiments that you believe from the bottom of your heart are true or not. You have been had. You have been hoodwinked. You have been bamboozled. But that's another story. All right. In my endeavors, many of you marked scripture, but I didn't. I didn't even bring it into play. I asked if the scientific method can teach, can test, not teach. I asked if the scientific method can test origin claims, or if we assume answers before evidence. Many of you cannot face your own dilemma. The information is there. The atheist and the skeptic are more firm in their belief than some of the craziest fundamentals that y'all don't like and other religions, because they fume at their mouth. They lose their cool because they know they don't lose their money, their power, and their position in life. So they hold the line. Nothing passed. They're the 300. But right now they're the Goliath, and we are the Davids, and we're pushing that gate, and we're pushing hard. We're gonna keep pushing. What do we got to lose? There's only truth and life, and we are not gonna let the foolishness that's being taught be accepted as the gospel of life. That's my stance. Now, in the very questions that I gave, especially the one, I did not give answer. I only answered you a question. You assume, because many times we act from who we are, thinking people are like us. So you assume, and so instead of jumping in a debate when you threw out those theist comments and rebuttals, I went back to science. Some of you don't like that because you can't talk science. Then you want to question my intelligence and my education. But if a 5-year-old comes to you and he or she can put forth the scientific method, you still stump unless you follow it and see its limits. I treated Genesis as a claim worth examining, not as a superstition to dismiss. So I was working with both the Christians and the atheists. Some of you can work through that way. Some of you take it personal. Sorry for you. So, that being said, I say for those that want to continue on this journey with me, to learn, to challenge, to rebuttal, rebuke, help me to understand this process of evolution, biogenesis. Some of you got friends. Bring the biologists, bring the chemists, the paleontologists, bring them all. Let's go through this. Or do your own research if you got the time, if you want some entertainment, because we're going to go through this whether you come or not, but we hope you come for the ride. Challenge me, prove me wrong. Might be a prize in it later for you. Later on be giving away books and different things I write, different things, some thrillers, some scientific. So hang on and we'll work something out. So again, please help me understand this process. If evolution explains adaptation, what explains the information in the cell and DNA and other things? Where did the information come from? Again, inorganic life, inorganic things do not bring forth organic life. Things with no information do not create things with information. It's a logical fallacy. Now, if this is your belief system, this is your worldview, then that's the hill you're willing to plant the flag and 10 toes down. I get it, but recognize it's a belief system. It's not science, which is supposed to be so sterile, so pure. Just want to bring that out. I left the question open, and still is. I said it was 3,000 comments. A lot of them, my responses back to you. Many people have came back and spoken, in written form to me. That's fine. And again, on my Substack, on my Medium, YouTube, I have even other developments that you can question, that you can participate in. So let me know. Now, again, stay with me. Last part changed how I see things. I used to accept the explanation. I was atheist for about a minute. It was about a minute. Everybody go through a crisis. Everybody go through, is God really there? But many of you don't understand, and many of you see God or Christianity or in a religion not as a relationship. You don't know the person of Jesus Christ. You know the thought, you know the framework of the Christianity, and you go there, you sing your hymns, and you say, well, God never spoke to me, or why my grandmother had to die of cancer, and you focus on the issues that destroy your faith and not on the one who can bring you comfort. People say, well, where was Jesus Christ when my grandmother or my 3-year-old baby died? It's tragic. But he was the same place he was when Christ was hanging on the cross. That's where he was. If he's on your mind, he should be on your lips. But that's another subject. Again, I used to accept many of the explanations of science. But I didn't stop with a PhD. I didn't stop with I got my 2-year degree. Then I get 2 4-year degrees. Then I jumped on a master. Then I jumped on a PhD. I needed to know, and I'm still. I've done other studies and other courses to learn about psychology and people and social and emotional and social intelligence. I've done many studies to understand people and why I act this way, or why I think this way, or why I feel this way. So we can grow together, or we can be contentious. The choice is yours. I'm here for you, whether you believe or not. We can have a intelligent conversation, because I'm not going to fall back on my faith. We can talk about faith, but I'm not going to fall back on my faith. I'm gonna take you to science and break it down for you. All right. I'm not attacking belief or disbelief. I'm asking how we know what we claim we know. You say abiogenesis, some of you, it's a fact. It's proven. It's been shown, because you don't know the science. You heard some YouTube video. You heard some popular atheists that making money. Follow the dollars. Follow the money. I forgot somebody, Nye, whatever, different ones out there. So what I'm saying is, I'm not attacking your beliefs or your disbeliefs per se. I'm asking how we know what we know. That's what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'm doing it the wrong way or the wrong verbiage. Or, hey, I'm here for you. All right? Just remember that. What evidence would change your mind? That's the big question. Is there any naturalistic, materialistic evidence or lack of evidence would say, put you to thinking, maybe I'm not so solid or you don't care. That's okay. I have many of those, or the 35,000 views. They just come to pick. They just come, that's fine. You're still blowing up my channel. I appreciate it. Love you. So, but what evidence would change your mind? That's the question I'm asking you. What evidence could we present? What challenge we could make for you to say, maybe that dude may be halfway right. That's all I'm asking. What evidence would change your mind? I'm not here to convince you, for one thing. I want you to understand that. We are here to communicate. We are here to go back and forth. We are looking for science on biogenesis and evolution and other things. But I'm not here to convince you on that level. I don't put my trust in that. I don't want to lose anyone. I'm not going to lose my faith. I don't lose faith. I'm here to gain questions. All right. What questions do you have? What questions can you put to me? Intelligent, thoughtful, because I'm gonna dig them out now. If you come at me loose, lame, I'm gonna point it out. Okay. I didn't lose faith. I changed questions. I changed my direction. Like I said, I used to think possibly, maybe evolution and biogenesis was possibly true. And I questioned it and I dug deeper, because when you put something before me, I dig and dig. It's I don't know. It's a driving force to know. If I can get 10 PhDs, I would do it. I love structure, but I know I got to focus on something in life. Life is not forever. All right. If this made you think, this little session here, this little talk, please follow. Please like, please subscribe. Like I said, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Substack, Medium. We go back and forth on Substack. We go back and forth on Medium. Some people, they there to preach, and I preach sometimes, but we don't have to go that way. We can question. Like many of my friends, they have an idea about something, and we go back and forth. And sometimes, believe it or not, you can change my mind, because hey, I have to accept. Well, wow, okay, I see why I was thinking that, and I see where it's a good possibility I'm wrong. So that's all I'm asking. Challenge yourself, challenge your belief, challenge your faith, as I challenge mine. Again, if this made you think, follow. I'm just getting started. You have no idea how many things I'm working on to challenge science in that areas. I'm not going to reach everything, and I don't need to be a rocket scientist to even question different things that, going to Mars. Why should we go to Mars and possibly spend $40 trillion when we haven't been to the darkest, deepest part of the ocean yet? That made known to the average citizen. So $40 trillion the world spending. I like Musk, but going to Mars is not an escape option. I'm here to ask the question. We stop asking. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to ask the questions that science has stopped asking because they got in a bubble, Fauci and the rest. They tell you I'm the science. The buck stops here because of the money, because of the prestige, because of the ego. Why did Fauci get a pardon if he done nothing wrong? All right. Using the scientific method, I'm going to leave this with you, like I left on many times. Using the scientific method, can abiogenesis and biological evolution be investigated and evaluated using the scientific method? And if so, to what extent? That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to give your faith in atheism. That's all it is. I'm not asking you to give your faith and there's nothing out there. That's what it is. What I'm saying, can abiogenesis and biological evolution be investigated and evaluated in the scientific method? The full scientific method. Not the storytelling, not the filling in the gaps and making this great mythical so and so scientific show that they have done. That's what I want to bring up. Okay. So that is it. I appreciate you for stopping in. God bless. And I hope to hear from you soon. Whether positive or negative, it's a blessing. It's what you got from your soul to give.